If you love what you do and you get so much enjoyment out of it, are you really a workaholic or are you merely pursuing your hobby? I'm just throwing it out. Now, no, that argument has never worked with my wife. So regardless of your past experience, you can do this. And I know that because I've done it, I did it. And as many of you know my story, I began by watching an infomercial. I saw an infomercial on TV. This is back in 1995. And they were promoting, remember the days of the 2-hour preview where you could go down to the local hotel in your city and they'd put on a little dog and pony show for you and you could learn how to invest in real estate. You guys remember those infomercials on TV? I'm dating myself. But I went and they sold me. I gave them all of my money, maxed out my credit cards, gave them every dollar I had to get involved in this training. And I'm glad I did, because if I hadn't, I wouldn't be standing before you here today, because that was the beginning of my career in real estate. First as an investor, then as a real estate agent, then as a lender, then as a servicer, and now we're lending nationwide, hundreds of millions of dollars lent across the nation, and we're servicing a portfolio of hundreds of millions of dollars of real estate notes, both for ourselves, our private equity funds, as well as other investors. And started having a lot of success. So at the time I was attending community college, dropped out so that I could go out and do my first deal. I was working at a grocery store at the time, making $3.90 an hour. And after doing that first deal, I said, you know what? This is what I want to do for a living. This one I partnered with the pharmacist at the grocery store that I worked at. I like to tell people that my first deal was financed by a drug dealer, because that's a partially true statement. Now, he was a licensed pharmacist, but he was my partner on this first deal. Now, imagine being 18 years old and you've just made a $29,000 profit that you are entitled to half of that. So that's when I decided real estate investing was going to become my full-time endeavor. And I started doing what we all do. I was rehabbing the properties myself. I was managing money poorly because I was robbing Peter to pay Paul. I managed all the tenants myself. I did all the repairs on the properties myself. I did all the marketing for sellers, for tenants, for buyers. I was handling all of the evictions if I had evictions. I was pre-screening the buyers, the sellers, and the tenants. I was writing the offers, coordinating the closings, coordinating the funding, and I had no time for anything else. Now, the screen that you are looking at, you guys, is the underbelly of real estate investing that nobody ever talks about on seminars and webinars and training events, because they don't want you to know about any of this, right? We just want you to stay focused on the profitability. Look at all the profit you're gonna make. Well, you gotta understand that profit has to be balanced, because if you find yourself stuck doing this, then you're going to find yourself hearing that. Okay, there has to be balance, you guys. Now, it's funny to hear me saying that, and I know that all of my staff will attest to this, that I, to this day, am a workaholic. However, here's my argument, all right? If you love what you do and you get so much enjoyment out of it, are you really a workaholic or are you merely pursuing your hobby? I'm just throwing it out. Now, no, that argument has never worked with my wife, but I'm still trying to sell it. Hopefully I was able to sell some of you. But that's what it really boiled down to.